É, eu não sei qual era antes. Não era antes. Português, 9, né?
Bhajami Radham Ravindranitram Smarami Radham Madhurasmitashnam Vadami Radham Karunam Paradra
O volume tava no minuto.
Adi Kaku Bharagadagadayadvacha Jati Nipati Bhukidam Asya Prasadamamrasya Janasya Kritva Gandharvike Nijaganirdanam Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasati Sri Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare सर्वप्रथम मेरे गुरुपाद परमो नित्य लीला प्रविष्टम विष्णुपाद अष्टोत्तर सप्तशती श्रीमद भक्ति वेदांत श्री रमण गोस्वामी महाराज एवं नित्य लीला प्रविष्टम विष्णुपाद अष्टोत्तर सप्तशती श्रीमद भक्ति वेदांत श्री रमण गोस्वामी महाराज के चरण कमलों में अनंतपटी साष्टांग दंडवत ज्ञापन करता हूँ। तत्पश्चात नित्य लीला भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी महाराज एवं मंचस्थ विराजमान सन्यासीवृंद मातृवृंद गुरुदेव सज्जनवृंद हरिकथा पिपासु सत्रिवृंद सभी के चरण कमलों में मेरा यथार्थ दंडवत प्रणाम स्वीकार है। आज अतीब सुंदर पवित्र दिवस बेला पर हम लोग एकत्रित हुए हैं। आज गौरी वैष्णव की आराध्य देवी विषभानु राजनंदिनी राधिनी सत्य स्वरूपिणी कृष्ण के अत्यंत
personification of Ladini Shakti,
वल्लभा राधन की आज
the beloved and very, very dear to Krishna. Today is our birthday that we are celebrating. People from in this world, when people they celebrate the birthday of their sons and daughters, who knows how much they spend in order to celebrate the happy birthday of their daughter and children. In the Western countries, according to the culture, they use a knife, and they take this knife and they cut the cake with the knife, and they blow up the candle. They blow the candle. But in our culture, Vedic Indian culture, actually, in a scientific way, it is shown that in the Jamatiti, in the day of the birthday, we have to celebrate this birthday. I just wanted to say something. If you give the knife in the hand of a child, this is not of our Vedic culture. In the Western, this happens. Sometimes I also cut the cake with a knife to celebrate, but this is only for enthusiasm for the people. Because if I speak too much, people will just run away if I speak everything. So, because to give enthusiasm to them, I always do this sometimes. And in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna, he says, little by little, if people don't have intelligence, you have to show them the way, the path. That's why sometimes sometimes I also do this in the Western countries. But I never tell them to blow the candle. You have to give your life to God and not blow your life. So how we should celebrate this appearance day of Srimati Radhika? Every festival in Braja, the biggest festival in Braja is the Jamatiti of Srimati Radhika, the biggest one. If you celebrate the birthday, if you don't celebrate the birthday, it doesn't matter if you celebrated or not the birthday of Krishna, but the birthday of Radharani you have to celebrate. As like Gurudeva in 2010, he was making this lila, being sick. He was in Delhi, he was suffering so much. Please take me anyhow, just take me to Mathura. And it was in Janmashtami and Radhastami. And Gurudeva, he didn't say, take me to Vrindavana. He said, take me to Mathura. Why? Because here, this Vaishishta, it's a special place here. And Gurudeva with the Brajavasis, they had these bhavas, so beautiful. I saw all of this. Since my youth, when I was a child, I saw the way that Gurudeva with the Brajavasis, they were together. And I remember so many Harikathas, so many Kathas, stories. They celebrated. Like he used to come to Brajavasi house and take rice. This is all Udipana stimulation. So I want to tell 2 words of this festival of birthday appearance of Srimati Radhika Radhaji. There are many kathas about the appearance of Radhaji in different kalpas, eras. She appears in different places in this world. Gurudeva used to say, he told this to us, all of this he told us. In one kalpa, Radhaji, she was born in Barshana, where there is a rain of Prema, especially in Varshana, in that Kunda, Vrishabhana Kunda, and in another era, Radhaji also appeared there. When we go in Brajmandala Parikrama, we go to that place. We do Ashamana in that Kunda, Vrishabhana Kunda. Before we do the Parikrama in Varshana, we do the Achamana in this Kunda. And even until this day, when I go there, my tongue is so much anxious to talk and talk and talk because this katha is so sweet. And in another era, Srimati Radhika manifested from the fire, the Jagastali. In another era, Radhaji appeared from a lotus. In different Puranas, it is said. Não está saindo a voz.
ऐसे ही सब अनेक पुरानी कथा है. मैं अभी वो ग्रंथ लिख रहा हूँ. आप जब ग्रंथ प्रकाश हो जाएगा देखना सारे नवल के एक करके जितने कल्प है कल्प की कथा.
I'm writing a book. I'm telling everything, all the kathas. I collect. It's not my katha. I'm just collecting and presenting this katha. That's what. Just collecting and presenting. So Radhaji, she appeared in different kalpas. I know now I have not so much time. Cannot explain everything. Today also we are going to have the Abhisheka of Radhaji. Maharaj also is going to talk soon, to speak. So Gurudeva, he used to say, what kalpa? He talked about this kalpa also. Sibara kalpa. Padma kalpa. So the Harikatha of this era, actually Radhaji, she appeared in Raval. Raval, where we always go there. It's a very beautiful and transcendental place. This Raval, actually, it's a title. This name Raval in Braja language, this means it's like a title of the owner of the lands. So in this place, Vrishabhana Maharaj and his wife Kirtita Devi, they were living in this place. So look, Rishabhana Maharaj, Nanda Maharaj, they had so much love, pity for each other, so much friendship. The place where Nanda Maharaj used to live, in a village nearby, also Rishabhana Maharaj, he used to live there, nearby. So both of them, they had Nanda Maharaj lived in Nandagaon. He had lands and all. So in this world, when two brothers, younger and older brother, one brother, they are competing. They want to take the things from the other brother. So Rishabhana Maharaj, Nanda Maharaj, they were not like that. Where one used to live, the other one used to live also. So how many? Just like few kilometers, one used to live from another. When Nanda Maharaj lived in Nandagaon, Rishabhana Maharaj lived in Barshana. Braja actually means walking, moving from one place to another. That's the meaning of the word Braj. So, how the Brajavasis live? They have the plants in some place, and when this finish, they go to another place. So, Nanda Maharaj left the place and he went to Gokula Mahavan. And Rishabhana Maharaj also, he left Varshana and went to Raval. Very pure, on the banks of Jamuna, very pure place and very beautiful place. Gurudeva used to speak that. Also, when Nanda Maharaj lived in Chatikara, Rishabhana Maharaj, he lived also in a place nearby, and this is very nice and beautiful. This is all explained. My tongue cannot stop speaking. Only 10 minutes. I could speak all night, and people, I have to follow the rules also. And there's a certain time that I have to speak. So here, we celebrated Krishna. The birth of Krishna. So I'm going to speak in a brief way. If you don't speak Harikatha, your head, what happened? If I don't speak Harikatha, I have a headache. Srila Tirtha Maharaj says this. And some people say, but when I hear Harikatha, I have a headache. Some people say. When I go to the West and I speak like 4 hours because no one is going to stop me. But here, Madhu Maharaj, he plays the bell in order to stop me to speak. He makes us stop speaking. He has to put this order here, Srila Madhu Maharaj. But in Western, nobody stops me, so I just keep talking. So, continue. I'm going to speak very briefly. I'm not going to take so much time. So, we celebrated the Mahotsava of Krishna, Jamadila. He was born in Gokula, and Nanda Maharaj. Celebrated the birth of his son. This is very beautiful. He gave donations, elephants, horses, palanquins. What he gave to the old person, palanquins, and to the young people, he gave horses, elephants, and it also. He also gave in donation any specific food according to what they like. Young people and old people. Old people don't have teeth, so he gave in donation like soft food, so they could chew this food, and different kind of foods also for the young people. Nanda Maharaj, very beautiful this festival he celebrated. there's so much happiness and bliss in Braj. So I told you I'm going to speak very briefly. Narada Rishi, actually, he did not want like argument discussion. Some people say that Narada Rishi is always giving these. Actually, these arguments are prema arguments, arguments of love. Bhagavad Gita started also because of Narada. The day after tomorrow in Delhi, Harikatha is it's going. Bhagavad Sapta will start in Delhi from the 19th till 25. You're all invited. Very nice. If you come, if I see the Brajavasis there, my heart will be more joyful. But if you don't go, that's okay also. Anyhow, I'm just inviting you. So Narada Rishi, he was wandering, walking, and he came to Braj and he saw how beautiful Krishna was. So beautiful in his pastimes as a child baby. And he was thinking, inside his head, he was thinking, according with the Shastra Siddhanta, Bhagavan says, I am one but I manifest in different forms. I am one but I manifest many forms in order to make leelas. So I am one. No dual, but in order to relish these leelas, I manifest many forms. Where Bhagavan appears, also his Shakti is with him, always, wherever he is. I have to speak also a little Tattva Siddhanta, because if you don't speak Tattva, you cannot relish Ras. So, sometimes the potency is Murta, manifested, sometimes it is Amurta, unmanifested. So, sometimes the Shakti manifests externally, but she's always inside Krishna. This is Amurta. So that's why we say sometimes this potency is Murta, sometimes Amurta. So back to the Harikatha. Narada Rishi, he was thinking, Krishna, the supreme absolute truth. If he's doing these pastimes in his childhood, if he's now in this childhood pastimes, for sure his potency, Radhaji, she must be somewhere. She appeared somewhere also. Therefore, Narada Rishi was wandering everywhere. And now, where he was? Where was he? In Raval. He's all-knowing. He has this all-knowing power, but according to this lila, he was doing this, walking. Today, 15 days from the birth of Krishna, today. So, this Harikatha of Narada Rishi is very beautiful. And on this day, Vishwabhadra Maharaj, it was very early in the morning, and he went to Jamuna to take a bath, where our Krishna himself, the Supreme Absolute Truth, personification of Hladini Shakti, she was manifesting in this world. And in this moment, Prakriti Devi, the nature, she was manifesting in a very nice, beautiful way. These words are not only poetry, this is true. It's true. When you write a book, you write it according with your sentiments and poetry and ornaments of the literature. But here, this is not poetry, this is Jogamaya directly. When Radhaji, she was manifesting, I'm speaking just 2 words about how the nature was on that moment. It was very early in the morning, and Vrishabhana Maharaj, he went to take a bath every day. he used to go to the Jamuna to take bath. But today, this day, something happened. Prakriti, nature, it was very special, very beautiful. She opened her veil, the veil that covers her face. So she was showing all her beauty. It was not covered. So in the four sides of the Jamuna, there was the illumination was very beautiful, and all the six the six seasons were manifested there. This is not only poetry, this is true. This was happening when the legend was manifesting, appearing. So in order to serve the lotus feet of Radhaji, all the seasons, the six seasons, they manifested at the same time, thinking that they were very fortunate to be there. And the water of Jamuna was so beautiful and so pure. Today, these days, the water of the Jamuna, this place where Vrishabhadra Maharaj used to take bath, this place, the water was just still static. The water was static. It was very beautiful, because to touch the lotus feet of Radhaji is something of a great fortune. So this day the water was very crystal, very beautiful water, and also all kinds of flowers in Jamuna were spontaneously blossoming. Many kinds of flowers, lotus, they were blossoming in a very nice way. The beauty of each flower with the pollen and the smell, very nice smell. The pollen was spreading. When the flowers were open, blossoming, the pollen were spreading in the air. The mixture of four ingredients, four smells, and the fragrance of the Jamuna was so nice, and Vayadeva was feeling so much fortune to be there. The demigod of the air, Vayadeva, feeling very fortunate. So Prabodhananda Saraswati, in this verse, he says that Krishna feels fortunate, but now the Vayadeva was feeling fortunate. He was thinking, I'm so much fortunate to be here. So these four ingredients, kumkum, argur, I don't know the other two, they were in the air, like flowing in the air, the four ingredients. And many types, also many kinds of birds. This is not poetry, this is true. In Vishnu Purana, this is explained in a very beautiful way. The singing of the birds singing, very beautiful. On both sides of Jamuna, all kinds of trees were there. The trees were so beautiful and ornamented with flowers and fruits, as like gifts to give to Radharani. And the bumblebees, when the lotus were opening, all kinds of bumblebees and bees, they were attracted by them. And so this place was so wonderful place, and Vrishabhadra Maharaj was there taking bath. When you go to take a bath, the place you have to do it's like that. You drown 3 times. 3 times you put your head inside the water. At least 3 times you have to do this. So Vrishabhadra Maharaj He did it once, twice. He took the gamcha to wipe himself, the towel, and in this time, suddenly, in the middle of Jamuna, many lotus were there, but a very big lotus were opened. In the middle of the flower, in the middle, as kumkum, it was so much colorful. Right in the middle of the flower, the colorful part inside the flower, is in the middle of the flower, there was a very thin petal, very beautiful and thin petal, and on this petal there was a very beautiful girl. And the form of this girl was so beautiful. Her face cannot describe her face. She had a luster, a divine luster. It was so powerful that it illuminated all the four directions. There's this kirtan speaks about that. It's so beautiful. If I was going to explain every word of this, the smell, the fragrance of Radharani's body, how can I explain that? All kinds of beauty in this world. She defeats any kind of beauty in this world. She defeats even the beauty of the kumkum on melted gold. If you put kumkum on melted gold, the beauty of this, she defeats the beauty of this. And also her hair, curly hair of the newborn girl, black curly hair, so beautiful. Also her smiling face, and she was not wearing any clothes, only like I don't know, something around her waist. And with her right hand, she was holding her toe, the foot. In this way, Radhaji, she was holding like Gurudev Choi. Left foot with. So Vrishabhanu Maharaj, he saw that he was absorbed in prema. So he took that little girl from the lotus and he held against his chest. Vrishabhanu Maharaj, his heart is just like an ocean, samudra. His heart is like an ocean. Some people think that Dodi, this word, means yogurt. Vrishabhanu Dodi, Navasasileki. Radhaji is like the moonlight that manifests from the ocean. And Vrishabhanu Maharaj, he took this beautiful girl, baby, because who touches Radhaji? The person that touches Radhaji, all kinds of ecstasy manifests in that person. In this moment, Kirtita Devi, he put the girl in the lap of Kirtita Devi, his wife, and when she saw that beautiful girl, she was so much happy. It was in the morning. Continuing, so Narada Rishi came there. So, depending on the era, the Harikatha is different. Some eras, Radhaji, she appears with the eyes closed. But in this era, specifically in this era, Radhaji, when she appeared, she was with the eyes closed. Shastra explains that. But in different eras, it was different. So the Harikatha is like that. When Radhaji, before, when Krishna told her, Radhaji, I'm going to manifest my pastimes in the earth planet. When he told her, I need to manifest my leelas to the people of this world. So Radhaji said, I don't want to go away from Vrindavana, where there is the place where there isn't Govardhan, Jamuna, the cows, Govardhan. I'm not going. So Krishna said, I don't want to go, she said. If I don't have your darshan, I'm not going to open my eyes. She said, as long as I don't have your darshan, I am not going to open my eyes. So she was keeping her eyes closed. So Vrishabhadra Maharaj, he put the little baby on the lap of Kirti Devi, but she was keeping her eyes closed. So when Narada Rishi, he knew, but he asked Vrishabhadra Maharaj, any child was born here? And Vrishabhadra Maharaj, he was very simple, so he said yes. And Narada Rishi asked him, so please show me who is this child. But Vrishabhadra Maharaj, he was thinking, I don't know what kind of sadhu is that person, because nowadays, what is the meaning of sadhu? What kind of sadhu is that? When you go to the temple, okay, if the sadhu comes to the temple, he doesn't even take the darshan of the deity. He goes upstairs chanting. Okay, what kind of sadhu is that? Vrishabhadra Maharaj did not know what kind of sadhu was Narada Rishi, so he told, yes, I have a son. And he showed him Sridham, not Srimati Radhika. But Narada Rishi he's also very smart, so he asked him, any girl was born here? And Vrishabhadra Maharaj could not hide it from him. Narada Rishi told, I'm a saint. I don't want to take anything from you, because some people think that sadhu goes to your house to take things from you. Some people think that. But actually, no, he wants to take money, donation. But he was saying, oh, some people don't want to give money, how they have to give donation, the money. But Narada Rishi was saying, I don't want money, I don't want anything from you. I'm just telling you something. Your daughter, she's so sweet and beautiful. I just want to give blessings to her. And Vrishabhadra was thinking, oh, this is good, because she was with the eyes closed. So he was thinking, maybe if she's blind, this is not good. This is so sad. So complicated to raise a child, a blind child. There was a doctor once, a devotee doctor. He had 3 sons, and each children has a problem, some kind of problem. So as long as the parents are alive, they have to take care of these children. They have these problems in their body. So, some story in the newspaper in Delhi, these people, nine people, I think, 9 different people, they killed themselves. They were smart people, intelligent people. 2 or 4 months ago, because of a blind faith, they killed themselves because of a sadhu, something. These people, they kill themselves. So we have to be very careful. So Vrishabhadra Maharaj was thinking, okay, the saint is coming to bless my child, so it's okay. So he showed Radhaji to him. And Radhaji, when he had the darshan of Radhaji, Radhaji was absorbed in prema, in ecstasy. And he started to, he told, I'm going to make the swastivachan of the daughter, so go take the ingredients, saffron, rice, etc. So he went. Rishabhan Maharaj went inside the house to take the ingredients, and Narada Rishi, when he saw the transcendental beautiful form of Radha, he was absorbed in bhav, in prema. And suddenly, all the sakis, the manjaris, they manifested there. Yesterday it was the appearance day of Lalita. And someone wrote me on Facebook, you did not speak anything about Lalita Devi. But tonight I'm going to speak something. Lalita told, speak some blessings, some prayers. You're not speaking anything? So Narada started with this blessing. Very beautiful stutis that Narada spoke. And on this time, 5 or 10 minutes, Vishwabhana Maharaj took all the ingredients. He was coming back, and he said bye-bye. All the sakis disappeared. And Radhaji again manifested, because, well, you know, she manifested again in the form of a baby. How can I give blessings to her? Because from the toenails of her feet, all the blessings, all the perfection comes from her toenails. But according to the tradition of this world, he made this praise to her. So after Nanda was gone, what happened? Nanda Maharaj, he knew that his friend Vrishabhana Maharaj manifested a daughter. So Nanda Maharaj was thinking, let's go there to see the baby, to take the darshan of the baby. So Nanda Maharaj, with his baby, with Lala, they came. And when they came there, Vrishabhana Maharaj and Nanda Maharaj, they were in the front of the door of the house. The Kirtida Sundari and Jashoda Devi, they were talking, because usually women are talking here, then men are talking there. And Radhaji, she was sleeping in another room. And Krishna is so agitated, chanchal. He was walking here and there because he knew that I gave my word to Radhaji. I have now to fulfill the promise that I made to her. She was with the eyes closed, and he spoke in her ears, Radhe, Radhe, Radhanam, so beautiful. Bhaktivinoda Thakur is Kamala Manjari, and he explains that Radhanam, who is saying this Radhanam, is Krishna himself. With his mouth, he is speaking Radhe, Radhe. And Radhaji, she thought, she opened her eyes, and she saw the darshan, she got the darshan of Govinda. So both of them, Radha and Krishna, they embraced themselves, absorbed in Ananda and Prema. And after that, according to the tradition, Krishna, he went back, and they separated, and Radhaji, she started to cry. And when Kirtida Devi went there, he saw She saw Radhaji with the eyes opened. And Nanda Maharaj, Vrishabhan Maharaj, they were very happy to take the darshan of Radhaji because they also have Radhaji as their daughter, Nanda Maharaj. And Vrishabhan Maharaj also sees Krishna as his son. Even nowadays they have this tradition. People from Nandagaon, Radhaji, Nandagaon, they have Krishna as son and Varshana, Radha's daughter. I'm not sure about this part. So 1 minute, just 1 minute, I want to tell you a very nice story. There used to be a rich man in Varshana, and he had 3 daughters, three sons. They got married, and 3 daughters-in-law. They came to live with them. They were very educated, but his wife died and he was very sad. And one day a saint came to his house, and this rich man, he started to cry and told him, I have money, there's no lack of money in my house, my daughters-in-law, my sons, they are very nice, they are educated and all, but there's something inside my heart. After my wife, after she died, before, when I had my wife, I used to talk with her. But I don't speak so much with my daughter-in-laws. Sometimes we want son. He was saying that he wanted a daughter. I want a daughter to speak, to talk. So the saint said, the sadhu said to him, you are very lucky because you were born in Varshana. Everybody in Varshana, they see Radhaji as their daughter. So the sadhu gave to this man an image of Radharani, and he said, before you go to sleep, you hold this picture, you kiss this picture, and think that Radharani is your daughter. So the man started to do this, and something incredible happened. Every night when he went to sleep, in his dreams, Radhaji herself directly, she went in his dream, smiling. Very nice and beautiful, dancing in his dream. And this man, he was very happy for that. Oh, how fortunate am I that Radhaji is here with me. So there is a festival in Braj. On this day, the women, they wear bracelets in their arm. And when this day came, the daughter-in-laws, they told their father, we want to wear these bracelets today. And he said, okay, I'm going to call the bracelet seller to come here and sell the bracelets to you. So he went to work, and he in the shop of this bracelet seller, he asked him to go in this house, and then he told that later he was going to pay for the bracelets. People in Braj, they speak so much harsh words. They have this language of really bad words they speak. I don't speak, but I'm happy only to listen to this language, of this Braj language. They curse themselves. It's bad words they speak to each other. 6 hours of Harikatha finished. 6 o'clock p.m. before Arati, I was going away. What? 2 hours I spent with Gurudev? Oh, Gurudev used to collect donations. Six o'clock, and he stayed 2 hours there on the Holy Gate until 8 o'clock. Anyhow, these sellers, these people on the street, they used to curse Gurudev. They used to say bad words to Gurudev. What are you doing here? Because of the time, something with the time. It was not the right time to ask for donations. And they saw in the story the same. The bracelet seller told, "No, I'm not going to you." Something. There is not one single place in Mathura that I haven't gone. Every place I went to ask donations. When I go to the Western, when I say so, I come from Mathura. No, not Western. But when I say I come from Mathura, I ask what street from Mathura? Because there is not one house, one street that I haven't come here in Mathura. I went everywhere in Mathura. So continue. The bracelet, he told, you come after 6 o'clock. After 6 o'clock you come, then you give me the money for the bracelets. So the bracelet seller, they went to the house, they put the bracelets in the 3 daughters-in-law. And according to tradition, the women, they cover their faces. But nowadays, they don't do this anymore. But this is Braj tradition. You know, according to the tradition, the women, they cover all their faces. If you see this on TV, you're thinking, oh, what is this? This is so useless. Nowadays, what women are wearing nowadays? Bolo Vrindavan. So, the 3 daughter-in-laws, they were wearing this veil in their faces, covering their faces. Red, yellow, the color of the bracelets, red, yellow, many colors. Very beautiful. So they left with the bracelets, and a small girl, nice and beautiful, so beautiful girl, smiling face. She put her arms, like showing the arms to the seller, and he thought, oh, maybe this is another girl from the house, and he put blue, yellow bracelets in both her arms. So 6 p.m. The rich man, he went to the shop of the bracelet seller, and he asked how much I have to pay for the bracelets, and he answered, oh, this much. Well, but this is so. Why so much? Well, I'm not asking more. I put bracelets in 4 women, but 4 women. My wife already died. There are only 3 women in my house. Okay, if you don't believe, it's okay if you don't believe, because the bracelet seller was from Varshana. He was also very simple, so he said okay. And the rich man, he said, I'm going back to my house and I'm going to check which girl is that, this 4th girl that put the bracelets. And he paid only for three girls. He went back to his house. He asked the daughter-in-laws what happened. Okay, we have the bracelets. And as he always used to do, he went to his bedroom, and he saw some bracelets next to his bed. He thought some of the daughter-in-laws they put there. Okay, no problem. So he started dreaming, but this day, on his dream, he was not in his dream, and he was very preoccupied, very worried, thinking, why Radhaji is not in my dream today? Every day she comes, but today not, no. So he noticed this still in his dream. He saw in his dream that there was a girl, very sad, crying. She was far from him. Come here, Lali. But she didn't come. Please, daughter, speak to me. What happened? So she spoke.
बेटी तो बनाया नता नहीं निभाया, तीन बहू के चुड़िया के पैसा दी, मेरे पैसा बहुत सुंदर एक कीर्तन ब्रज की कीर्तन।
And this is a Vraja Kirtan, it's very beautiful. And she's saying, you treat me as your daughter, but you don't think I'm your daughter because you paid only for your daughter-in-law's bracelets. You didn't pay for my bracelets. You forgot about me. And he was angry. And this rich man started to cry, and he said, oh my daughter. She accepted his apologies, but she was not happy. And when he woke up, he was really crying. His body was all sweat, and he saw that in the picture, next to the picture of Radharani, she was not wearing the bracelets in the picture because she was so angry that she took out the bracelets and she put the bracelets in front of the pictures. She said, I'm not your daughter, because if you told I'm your daughter, but you had to buy something from me. You just treat me as your daughter, but you didn't behave accordingly. On the next morning, very early in the morning, he went to the shop and he told, give your money, take your money here, I don't want your money. Otherwise, Radhaji is not going to be satisfied. So when he came back to his house, the bracelets were not there anymore. And Radhaji was wearing the bracelets, dancing and singing. Now, Kirtan Abhishekam, after Maharaj was also speaking Harikatha now. This, what I spoke is not only a story. This is true. These things happen in Braja. Braja is a place. It's like this. This looks like a story, but this is really true. It's true. So